or I don't know what other sports shows we got over here on campus, but nonetheless, as a lot of people would actually argue that this show is actually pretty is pretty controversial. I can't lie, because I definitely do bring up a lot of topics. And guys, what is up, man? We're finally getting the weather that we deserve. It's crazy, man. And guys, obviously, if you don't know who this obviously is JT. I am going to be your host tonight. I have 4 sports talks. So, yeah. So, long story short, reason I just got to kick the 500-pound elephant in the room. Reason there was no show last week is because I had no access to the room. That's my fault. Oh, for whatever reason, my key card still doesn't work. That's beside the point. Can't lie. Don't know why it still doesn't work, but I mean, it's all good. It's all good. So, real quick, okay, so the one thing I want to talk about right now is really, and I'm going to kick this off, like, big, and I mean huge, like a topic that everybody's been talking about, and really just a topic that everybody, honestly, a lot of people have said they've shut the door on, but a topic that a lot of people haven't shut the door on, and that's who's better. All right, that's the question. The question is who's better, and really the question goes for. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's LeBron or Michael Jordan. Now I'm gonna say it like this. Is like, in my opinion, I really don't think there's a comparison. I really don't. Like, and it's actually kind of simple as to why there's not a comparison anymore. Because honestly, I think that, one, you look at a stats point of view, it's honestly, how can I put it? You look at the stats, it's Jordan all the way, man. It's Jordan throughout the entire thing. And then you look at it honestly from, I guess you could say, like a loyalty standpoint. I mean, it still goes to Jordan. And honestly, I think that Jordan just has LeBron beat on virtually every category. And I know a lot of people are turning around, they're like, oh, LeBron has been in the league since he was 19 and everything. So, pretty much about 14 years now. Oh, if I'm right, yep. About 14 years, pretty much almost every year since he's been in the league, he's virtually been an MVP. I mean, Michael Jordan, 10-time scoring champion. I mean, Jordan's a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's also a 14-time All-Star. I mean, guys, let's go ahead and I honestly, I want to go ahead. I want to point this out real quick. I want to go over the accolades real quick, because I mean, you think about it like this: is LeBron James, 14-time All-Star, 2007, 2008 scoring champion, and 3-time NBA champion, 13-time NBA or All-NBA team, 6-time All-Defensive team, in 2003, 2004 All-Rookie team, in 3-time MVP, or All-Star MVP, 3-time Final MVP, 4-time MVP for the league, 2003, 2004 Rookie of the Year. Now, you look at Jordan, I mean, honestly, I think he has, honestly, take out, you go ahead, take out the Hall of Famer. Take out the Hall of Famer, because obviously LeBron hasn't made it to the Hall of Fame yet. Everybody's going to turn around. They'll rip me if I don't say that LeBron's going to make it to the Hall of Fame. So, take out the Hall of Fame. Obviously LeBron not in yet. Jordan already in. But I mean, Jordan, 14-time All-Star, 10-time scoring champion, 3-time steals champion, 6-time NBA champion, 11-time All-NBA team, a 9-time All-Defensive team, in 1984-85, I have All-Rookie team, 3-time All-Star MVP. 1987 and 88, he was a Defensive Player of the Year, 6-time Finals MVP, 5-time Finals MVP for the regular league, and then 1984 to 1985, he was the Rookie of the Year. So pretty much virtually the same. Okay, so in a sense the same amount of awards, but really, at the same time, not really. I mean, Jordan's got a couple more awards in terms of, let's go ahead, let's bring it out. He's got a couple more awards in terms of the NBA playoff, or in terms of NBA playoffs and everything. So, or in terms of accolades. So, really, as for LeBron, he's got not as many, if you will. Also, hate to break it to you, Cleveland fans. I mean, I get LeBron, he's still going and everything, and he's at his age 33 season, and I get he could probably go a little bit longer. But honestly, I don't really think that, I don't really think there's any comparing. And I mean, from a statistics point of view, if you all want to talk about that real quick, like, honestly, I get it. LeBron came out of high school, Jordan came out of college. I understand that completely. Okay, I understand both of them came out of the school completely, but really, it's a case of what has LeBron really done. I mean, let's be real. The Cavs haven't really been, I guess you could say, relevant. Cavs haven't really been relevant. They made the playoffs before, but they really, honestly, haven't. But LeBron hasn't really been, I guess you could say, to the NBA Finals since he joined the Heat. And honestly, that's where the word super team came into play. Now, obviously, you turn around and you look at what Jordan did with Rodman and in company, but really, you couldn't have predicted that one. I mean, come on. You couldn't have predicted Jordan teaming up with Dennis Rodman and company back in 96. I mean, all right, I'm going to be real. 94 to 95. All right, 94, or actually, no. 1987 to 1996. All right? Or you know what? We'll count the 1996-1997 season. And you look at every season except for 1994 and 1995. And 1993 and 1994. Jordan averaged over 30 points a game. Or averaged just about 30 points a game. And his lowest, as I said, between that span was 26.9 points in 94 to 95, and that's after he got done playing baseball for the Chicago White Sox. That is impressive. All right, and he was even averaging in 5.3 assists, his 0.8 blocks, 1.8 steals. He was averaging in 5.4 or 6.9 rebounds. Excuse me. And really just think of it like this. This is not, how can I put it? This is a shooting guard we're talking about here, folks. All right? A lot of people will turn around and they'll be like, oh, they're virtually the same position. Jordan was more of a shooting guard. All right? As much as it kills everybody to say it, Jordan was more of a shooting guard. Or than he was a small forward. And honestly, he did what he could to help his team win. And sometimes Jordan did run the point. Sometimes he ran the three, but really, Jordan was mostly a shooting guard throughout his career. LeBron, we don't know what LeBron is. I mean, do we really? I mean, you could, all right, I get it. You could throw LeBron, honestly, anywhere out there. You could throw him at center. You could throw him at power forward. You could throw him at small forward. You could throw him at shooting guard, point guard, wherever you want. But really, I mean, you look at LeBron's teams over the past couple of years, and really, the ones that kind of jump out at you. Miami, Cleveland, not really, how can I put it? And he's not really had that much company. Really, I get it. LeBron, he's put the teams on his back multiple times. But really, you kind of look at it. When he went to Miami, he turns around, he wins 3 championships for Miami, and then turns around and leaves the city. Or leaves 2 or 3 championships in Miami, and turns around, bounces right after. A lot of people were mad at him for leaving. A lot of people were happy for him. A lot of Cleveland fans, though, you gotta look at it like this. A lot of Cleveland fans, they were mad. All right, it's the same thing with Durant. All right, Durant left after he's won a championship. Honestly, is Durant probably going to do the same thing that he did with that LeBron did with Miami? Honestly, I can't make that argument. I mean, possibly. Yeah, I mean, LeBron was there for 4 seasons, so if KD is in Golden State for 4 years, and then goes back to OKC, yeah, you could definitely say that Durant is honestly going to try and be a wannabe. If not, he's already wanting to be LeBron. So, I mean, that's beside the point. But I mean, really, just looking at it right now, and I mean, you even look at the field goal percentage. is for both of them. All right, look at the field goal percentage. I mean, I'll take both of their best scoring years. So for Jordan, it was when he averaged 37.1 points per game, and that was back in 1986. So gotta travel way back. And Jordan was shooting in 4.482 from field goal range. And 3-point percentage, he was averaging about .182. Now LeBron obviously, you gotta think of it like this: is back in the day, back when Jordan first started, three-point shooting really wasn't that much to like get excited about. I mean, you saw it every once in a while. I mean, you had a couple of laser threes, but honestly, I think LeBron throughout his career, he's been taking a lot of threes. And honestly, look at his best season was back in 2007, 2008, where he averaged 30 points a game. He shot 4.84 from the field, and then 0.315 from beyond the arc. But really, it's all right. I'll put it to you like this: I think that in terms of driving to the basket, I get LeBron might have a little bit of an advantage because honestly he's 6'8", 250, and Jordan's 6'6", 195. So LeBron definitely does have the height and the weight on him. But honestly, I think that Jordan doesn't necessarily how can I put it? I don't think that LeBron can turn around and match with Jordan in terms of speed as well. Now defensive, you can make the argument that LeBron is a little bit of a better defender when it comes down to blocks and everything. But honestly, when it comes down to steals and all that, I definitely think that Jordan definitely gives LeBron a run for his money. And really, honestly, you look at the block numbers in terms of a shooting guard or an aspect. I mean, Jordan 1.2, 1.5, 1.6. I mean, 0.8, 0.7, 0.9. I mean, that's really good. I mean, you look at it like this, that's pretty impressive for, honestly, he's someone who honestly plays a position that's not really known for defense, if you will. Also, got to keep that in mind. Now, LeBron, you got to keep this in mind. I mean, blocks per game, or blocks averaged, honestly, he's averaging 0.7, 0.7, 0.8, 0.7. And really, throughout his entire career, 0.1 or 1.6 throughout his entire career. Or Jordan averaged 0.8. Now, you look at it like this. LeBron has been more of a small forward. Small forwards are definitely known more for defensive in terms of blocks and everything due to the fact that they're a forward position and they can definitely match and they can be switched to power forward at any point if they wanted to. And it's really the same thing with power forward in a sense because you could move them up to small forward. Trust me, Draymond's been moved to small forward plenty of times and they switched KD to power forward in Golden State. Trust me. So that's not really an argument right there. So that's where the defensive numbers honestly come into fact. But really looking at it like this in terms of a steals aspect, LeBron's at 1.6. Jordan's at 2.3. All right. Hey, honestly, defensively, I think Jordan wins. All right, because honestly, I think Jordan is definitely a better defensive player than LeBron. And honestly, I think he's definitely a better scorer than LeBron. So really, I don't really think that there's any question as to who's better between LeBron and Michael Jordan. I think everybody just saying that LeBron is better than Michael Jordan right now is honestly just a bandwagon fan. And really, at this point, I mean, honestly, that's the best way to put it. I mean, it's like I said. I mean, and even if you look at the accolades, I mean, Jordan, and as I said, he's a 10-time NBA scoring champion. I mean, LeBron's only done it, what? He's done it once. So really, and Jordan's done it 10 times. I mean, Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron still hasn't become Defensive Player of the Year. 4-time MVP for LeBron, 5-time for Michael Jordan. And I get it. All right, LeBron's age 33. Don't know when he's gonna retire. Who knows when he's gonna retire? Probably when everybody starts to suck in the NBA. And really, he has no option. And all right, that's when the GM is actually going to go ahead and call it quits. So, and that's another thing. That's another thing I wanted to point out. Jordan really, honestly, he didn't really have a say in like his team and everything. And LeBron, you could actually make the argument and say that he's definitely had a lot of influence over some of his team's decisions. And honestly, he's definitely had an influence over Kyrie getting traded. He's definitely had an influence over Wade getting traded. He's definitely gotten an influence over a lot of people in the NBA in terms of the GM's teams. In terms of the GM's teams, he has had some say in it, because honestly, I can't put it. How can I put it? I definitely do think that he has had a big time say in it. And then, honestly, the way I'm looking at it like this in terms of LeBron and Jordan, it is the fact that honestly, Jordan throughout his entire career. Now, I get it. The last 2 years when he retired at age 35, 36, 37, didn't play for the Bulls. He went, and when he came back at age 38, 39, came back and played for the Wizards. I get that. But really, think about it like this. This is when Jordan was pretty much at the end of his career, pretty much. End of his career, he retired with the Wizards. Right, and I understand that. But did he win in the championship? Like, that's the question. Did he win did he win a championship for Washington? I don't really think he did. So, really, that's kind of out the window. And then LeBron left in 2010, 2011 to 2013, 2014. And a lot of people can make this and I'll make this argument. This was, when LeBron joined in Miami, I think, honestly, those were his best years. All right? I don't think he's ever going to match those years. I'm sorry, I get he averaged 30 points. It's back in 2006, I believe it was. 2006, 2007. 2008. Or 2007, 2008, yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry, folks, but I don't think that LeBron can turn around and say that he's going to have any better of a season than he did with the Miami Heat. I mean, I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think LeBron, honestly, in Miami, had a better season. I think that, honestly, a lot of people saying that he should have won, or that he's going to win MVP this year. Honestly, I think that's a joke. Obviously, we know who's getting that MVP. I mean, come on, it's Harden. And, all right, and the fact that LeBron's even being considered this year for MVP is just a joke. Because, I mean, everybody's like, oh, he averages a triple-double. Oh, or he almost averaged a triple-double. I mean, congratulations. Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double this year. Or again. And so, really, Westbrook is kind of laughing at LeBron right now. So, and honestly, you look at the contract dispute. All right, Jordan, as I said, had stayed with Chicago throughout his entire career. 84 or 98 when he decided to retire. Then when he came back, obviously, he did play for Washington, as I said, but at the same time, really, you look at the loyalty. This is after he retired. Nobody expected Jordan to come back, all right? He retired at age 34. And now you look at LeBron, it's a case of, like, in the middle of his career, honestly, I think his best years, as I said, went to Miami, then he came back once he turned around and lost to the Spurs. Honestly, could you imagine had LeBron actually decided to go ahead and stay one more year? Just imagine he stayed one more year in Miami with Wade, with Bosh. I mean, imagine nowadays. Imagine had that team stayed the same, and imagine the development of Hassan Whiteside. Right? I mean, could you imagine that? Obviously, Wade wouldn't be dropping in the same amount of points, but say Bosh is healthy, Bosh is probably a very good defensive power forward that they could put in the game. And you put Wade as the sixth man. LeBron's still at small forward. And really, I'm sure you would throw out there at point guard. I don't know if you would still throw out Dragic. I don't know if they would make that trade or not. But you also turn around, and there's one more thing I want you guys to look at. Go ahead and look at the... what is it? Go ahead and take a look at Whiteside, and obviously, as I said, the development. And LeBron would have actually had a center. Besides Shaquille O'Neal, he would have actually had a very good center to rely on in terms of Whiteside. Now, I'm not saying when they threw Bosh in at center, or that Bosh wasn't in bad. I mean, Bosh was pretty good. But but really, I think Bosh was obviously more of a stretch forward. Alright, but that's beside the point. Alright. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close the case with this. This is how I'm going to close it. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to say it like this. I don't really think that LeBron can be compared to Michael Jordan right now. I don't. Alright, I think it's a joke. That it's even being considered right now. That both of them are even being compared to each other. Alright, I think it's a joke. Shouldn't even be considered. Alright, so, really, I don't really think that, LeBron can honestly hold a candle. I mean, he really hasn't done a lot of the stuff that Jordan has done. Alright, obviously a lot of people are going to turn around and it's obvious, yes, LeBron is going to be a future MVP. Or future Hall of Famer. I get that. But when? Like, that's the question. When? Like, is LeBron going to retire this year or next year? I mean, and here's my question. Jordan's only been to 2 teams. Folks, as much as it kills you to say it, everybody said it. LeBron's leaving. LeBron, whether he decides to opt in this year, or whether he decides, go one more year with Cleveland and then next year or sign somewhere else, LeBron's leaving again. Alright, as much as it kills you to say it, LeBron's leaving Cleveland again. And Jordan, honestly, like I said, the only reason Jordan left was because he retired and then wanted to come back and because he played baseball. That's it. So, but nonetheless, that's alright, guys. So, ending that segment, gonna go ahead and make a deal. Turn it over to 2 songs. We'll come back, preview the rest of the NBA playoffs. We'll call it there. Alright? Hey, so, alright, guys, so make sure you guys keep it locked here. Here, guys, you are listening to Sports Talks here on Wkcv, the voice of Keystone College. Am I really about to play the Beatles? Fuck. It's because I couldn't find anything else. I wasn't really set it up. Yo, somebody tell me, can you guys see me on there? I don't really like people listening in. Or, I don't really like people listening and tapping on that glass and everything. Cool. Serious? Alright, hang on. Let me try something. I don't know why y'all can't see me. Alright, can you see that? Get this up. Yo, can you guys see me? Like, I know. All right, give me a sec. Let me go ahead. Let me. All right, standings. All right, standings. Playoffs. I should probably go to teams, right? What was it? Cleveland, Philadelphia, Toronto, Boston. Yo, that's 3 teams. Real quick, fun fact, that's 3 teams from the Atlantic Division. That's funny. That's funny right there. Alright, even check it here. Alright, we got 15 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Wkcv, the voice of Keystone College, is back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm back to Sports Talks. And guys, I am in love right now with the NBA Finals. What everything is honestly coming to. Oh, I think honestly it is. Honestly, I think it's really good. But right now, I think that honestly, I think that really that this year is honestly, how can I put it? Yeah, I think that this year that the NBA playoffs have definitely stepped up. And really, fun fact for you, real quick, is that actually on the Eastern side, yeah, the Eastern side, there's actually 3 teams from the Atlantic Division that actually have that are actually in the NBA playoffs right now in the semifinals. Well, it's Toronto, Boston, and Philly, honestly. And right now, honestly, it's a pretty good, but it's pretty good to look on that side. And really, in terms of, I'll kind of go ahead, I'll spoil it real quick, like, as to who's left on the West. So on the West, it's pretty much, it's Golden State, Utah. Yeah, Utah actually beat OKC. I know, shocking, right? It's Utah, Golden State, Houston, and New Orleans was able to actually, I think it was a sweep of Houston, or of Oklahoma City. So, that was, or not Oklahoma City, it was a sweep of Portland. There we go. I had a brain fart right there. I was like, who did they sweep? And then it was like, oh wait, it was Portland. And because Portland sucks in the Portland, they just suck it when it comes down to the playoffs. So, but honestly, I'm not poking fun at them. Kind of am, but you get the picture. here. So, real quick, I just want to go over this real quick. I want to go over, like, the matchups that we got going on right now. I want to go over pretty much, like, you know, what you can expect and honestly what I think, honestly, is probably going to happen in terms of, in terms really of, you know, who is going to turn around and actually win in the NBA playoffs and everything. I honestly think that it's going to be, honestly, I think that, how can I put it? I think, in my opinion, I definitely think that in terms of the West, I definitely think it's going to be Houston. And in terms of the East, I definitely think that, I definitely think Philly or Toronto has it locked up, alright? I don't have any faith in, no, I don't really have any faith in Boston right now. I mean, I get it, they took game 1, but really, that, honestly, that's something that they had to do. They had to take game 1. I mean, if Boston wants a chance, they have to take game 1. That's literally best way to put it here right now. So, real quick, just, you know what, let's go ahead. Let's talk about that at one series. Let's talk about Boston against Philadelphia. Now, the scary thing about this Philadelphia team is that they're at full strength right now. They're at full strength. All right, Fultz is back, Simmons is back, Redick's back, Roko's been playing awesome. Don't know why they have Amir Johnson in there still. No clue why. Alright, when Embiid is back and Sarge is there. Or unless, don't tell me Joel Embiid is hurt. Is he hurt? No way. Joel Embiid is not hurt. Yeah, he's not hurt. He's fine. Alright, he's fine. So really, think of it like this. Simmons is going to go off. Embiid is just going to embarrass Horford. Honestly, Rocco, he's going to have a good time against Tatum. That's actually going to be a good matchup right there. Rocco against Tatum. Sarge against honestly, they're saying Horford's going to run the power forward, but really it's going to be Horford against Embiid. So it would be Baines versus Sarge. That one's going to be a little bit of an exposure right there. And then two guard, it's Redick against Jaylen Brown or Marcus Smart, because both of them are back, actually. Because Marcus Smart is actually back. But really, honestly, I don't really think that Boston has the talent. I mean, if Kyrie's back, I mean, I'll make the argument, but Kyrie's not there. I mean, obviously, I didn't say Gordon Hayward, but I mean, I obviously didn't say Gordon Hayward was there. Because honestly, I don't think Gordon Hayward, honestly, I don't really know how he's going to fit into Boston. I really don't. I think, honestly, I think he might get forgotten about a couple of games, but really, I think that Gordon Hayward's definitely going to fall off these next couple of days. So, that's straight my opinion. And honestly, my key players, honestly, for Boston and honestly for Philadelphia, I mean, it hasn't really changed. I mean, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Al Horford. Honestly, Horford's going to have to play good defense on Embiid, or else Embiid's going to take care of him. Tatum, honestly, I think that Tatum could probably take on, honestly, if you wanted to, you could probably have Tatum take on Ben Simmons when Simmons is in. And then possibly put Rozier, and obviously this is taking a big risk, put Rozier over on Rocco. Oh, and then Jaylen Brown against J.J. Redick. That's honestly just going to be two guys just chucking up threes and praying they go in. And honestly, in terms of this one, honestly, I get Boston just won game 1, but I definitely think that Philly's going to go ahead, and I think Philly's going to take it in 6. I mean, honestly, there's every reason to not think that Philly's going to win. But there's also every reason to think that Philly is going to win. And so really, I think it's just going to be Philly taking over this series and really just, you know, possibly winning in 6. I mean, maybe Boston goes ahead and they take one back at home. You know, maybe. I mean, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Philly possibly wins. Like, this is my thought process. Philly wins tonight. Then they go ahead, play 2 games back at Wells Fargo Center over in Philly. Phillies take those, or 76ers take those 2 games, and then you go to Boston. They take that game in Boston, and then Philly turns around. They win at home. So that's my bet right now. Oh, that's my bet in terms of the Sixers and Celtics. Now, next game I'm going to talk about, I'll go ahead, I'll jump over to the West. All right, I'll jump to the West because honestly, I definitely think that there's a couple of matchups that I think that honestly definitely need to be talked about, definitely need some attention in somehow, some way. Hey, so let's go ahead and why not? We'll talk about the we'll talk about the 1 versus 5 seed Jazz. I mean, really, there's no easy way for me to put this. I mean, really, I don't know how this team won game 1. I don't know. Oh, all right. I don't know that one. But I mean, looking at it, man, and I mean, you gotta look back at yesterday. I think it was they played, or yeah, yesterday they won 116-108. And really, the one guy that's really been the main key has been, and I can't believe I'm saying this, it's been Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell has been an absolute stud. I mean, I can't and say that I've seen this. I mean, this guy has honestly been the MVP for the Jazz, as this guy has honestly picked these guys up. All right, when it came down to the when it come down to the first round, I turned around and I said Mitchell is gonna be a possible forgotten about piece. But really he just turned into one of the main keys as to why Utah beat Oklahoma City. Now, honestly, I think that Houston is definitely a different monster than in Oklahoma City. Obviously, yes, you have the big 3 in Oklahoma City of Westbrook, George, and Melo. Honestly, I think, this is my opinion real quick, I think that George is definitely going to come back to OKC. I definitely do have my money on Paul George going back to OKC, and I definitely do see Melo possibly accepting that grossly he overpaid a player option. I definitely see that. All right, if he doesn't take it, I'll be shocked. But then you go ahead and you look at the Rockets. It's really just, much as it kills me to say, I think that Chris Paul is going to be a lot better than Ricky Rubio. Honestly, I think that James Harden is honestly just going to, I think James Harden is just waiting to expose Donovan Mitchell. Well, so I got James Harden. Obviously, I'll make the joke. Harden really doesn't play that much defense, does he? And then Ariza, Tucker, Ingle, those favors, those guys are going to just go ahead. They're going to be dueling it out to really just see who's really going to be the 4th and 5th scoring option on both teams. And then Capella against Gobert, I think that it's definitely going to be a very interesting defensive matchup. I definitely think that I think Capella and Gobert are going to go at it. I think Gobert might get a little bit of an edge in terms of defensive, but how many times, that's going to be really the question. And I really think that because Gobert really isn't known for his scoring. That's the funny thing. And I don't really think that Rudy Gobert is known for his scoring that much more along the lines of his defense, but Capella is known for both. Oh, so I definitely think that Capella can turn around and get it done against Gobert. All right, I'm definitely going to go ahead. I'm going to say that the Rockets do go ahead and they win it in 5. And the reason I say they win it in 5 is honestly I think that the bench is a little bit better. Because you have Eric Gordon, you have Ryan Anderson, and you have Joe Johnson coming off the bench. I mean, who do you have coming off the bench if you're Utah? You have Jay Crowder and Alec Burks. And potentially Dante Exum. But really, no one else really. I mean, your Repco maybe, Royce O'Neal. I mean, not really anybody too important really. So I mean, honestly, I would have to say Houston in 5 for this one. And if I had to guess, because I really just think that Houston is a little bit better. And honestly, I think that Houston is just blood hungry. I think Houston is definitely going to go ahead. They're going to take over. They're going to use this game. They're going to use game 1 loss as a fuel. They're going to go ahead and they're going to take game in 2 through 5. So, like I said, give me Houston in 5. Now I'm going to go ahead and let's talk about the GM versus the Toronto Raptors. All right, now I get it. Shouldn't have said that about the Raptors, but really, is there really any other word to really just describe how the Raptors have been playing? Like, really, you have game 1 as your home field advantage. You have everything going for you right now, and you turn around and you lose in game 1. Like, come on. Like, and you want me to pick, and you want me to turn around and you want me to say that, like, how many excuses do you guys want me to make for for Cleveland right now, or for Toronto right now. Really, because I really can't think of any. I mean, they got beat. All right, that's the best way to put it. They got beat, man. And then right now they're actually, I believe they're tied right now with Cleveland. And if I'm right, yeah, they're tied right now. From last I checked, it was like 40. Nope, Cleveland's on top, 79-68, and Toronto was winning at half. So, I have no idea what's going on over there. Or honestly, I think Toronto just needs to step it up. I think that if Toronto wants a chance, I think that DeRozan needs to step up, Lowry needs to step up, Valanciunas needs to step up. I think honestly they just need to realize, because honestly, the Raptors actually had a pretty good season series against the Cavs. So really, I think that they just have to take it out of the back of their mind and really just play like they did in the regular season, and honestly just come back and just beat Cleveland. So, honestly, do I think that Cleveland moves on? Maybe. I mean, it really just depends on, like, who's going to step up. Can Rodney Hood go ahead and play the good defense that we know he can on DeRozan? Can, DeRozan play that elite basketball that we know he can at the two-guard spot? I mean, really, it's a lot of questions, and really, especially for the bench, because right now for Cleveland on the bench, you have Tristan Thompson, George Hill, Larry Nance Jr., you got J.R. Smith, Kyle Korver, Jordan Clarkson. Honestly, a lot of people have been forgetting about J.R. Smith, and the reason they've forgotten about him is really just, how can I put it? A lot of people just think that J.R. Smith has just fallen off this year. Honestly, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree one bit. But I definitely do think that J.R. Smith, when he's left wide open, I definitely think that he's a deadly weapon, but that's beside the point. All right, now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to talk about the series that honestly kind of shocked me a little bit. Because honestly, I was expecting a Portland and Golden State semifinal. I was not expecting, conference finals, right? I think so, who knows? Well, it was like second round, just put it at that, second round. But looking at it like this, honestly, Curry's back, and honestly, that's scary for New Orleans. But at the same time, I definitely think that they have a counter asset that honestly I think can definitely play, or they actually have two counter assets that definitely can, potentially, and I mean potentially, give, Clay and Curry a little bit of problems. And honestly, I think that's Rondo and Drew Holiday. I definitely think that. Honestly, I'm going to say it like this, and this is going to start a huge debate. I think Rajon Rondo is probably one of the best defensive point guards, if not the best defensive point guard in the NBA today. All right, I definitely do think it. I definitely think that Rondo can definitely lock down Curry. Now, I get that Rondo is up there in age, but I definitely think that Rondo has a lot more experience when it comes down to this stuff. I definitely think that Rondo, honestly, I think he could definitely... He played very good defense against Curry, and I definitely think he can give him a lot of problems. I mean, obviously, Rondo, 32 years old. Well, this is his 11th year in the NBA, and I get it. Look, I get it, okay? Rondo is not known for scoring. All right? But honestly, what he doesn't do in scoring, he makes up for big time in defense. And it's because, I mean... 1.6 steals, 1.7 steals, 0.1 blocks, and that's his rookie year. This year it was 0.2 blocks, 0.2 blocks, 1.4 assists, it's 1.1 steals. I mean, honestly, and even when he was with Sacramento, he averaged 2 steals a game. So I definitely think that Rondo, as I said, probably one of the better non-scoring point guards, if that makes any sense. Non-scoring point guards in the NBA, because honestly, you look at it. I mean, the most points he scored in the NBA was 13.7 and back in 2009, back in 2012 and 13 as well. So really, just looking at it, I don't really think that, Rondo needs to be worried about in terms of scoring, and everybody's going to forget that. And really, it's the same thing with Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday, honestly, he's a very good two-way player in a sense. He averages 19 points a game in this season, and probably his best. 19 points a game this season. And honestly, 1.5 steals, 0.8 blocks. Honestly, I definitely think that at Holiday and Rondo, I definitely think that's probably one of the best defensive of front courts or back courts or that you're gonna have in the NBA. Hey, all right, both those guards, I definitely think they're gonna be able to lock down Curry and play and definitely just get it done on against them. So, and really the next question is, and obviously they have Curry coming off the bench, and so really, and it's gonna be a case of like, is Curry gonna be in the same time as Rondo's in? Is Curry gonna be the same time and the Holiday's in? Honestly, I think that both of them are definitely gonna play very good defense on Curry and Clay. Hey, and I definitely think that there's gonna be a little bit of issue. Now, in terms of, looking at it in terms of centers, because I bring it up all the time, man. All right, JaVale McGee and Zaza Pachulia, all right, I get it. Not the two best centers in the league. I mean, Emeka Okafor, I mean, who knows what he's going to do this year? Or who knows what he's going to do in terms of that? I mean, really, I don't think the center position is going to matter. Or in this, is really, I think, unless Jordan Bell gets in there. But the one matchup that I do want to talk about and that everybody's going to really be concerning about is, like, who's going to be taking Durant, who's going to be taking Davis? Or who's going to be taking... Yeah, actually, no, that makes sense. As is Durant going to be facing Anthony Davis throughout the entire thing? Is Draymond going to go ahead and face Anthony Davis? I mean, is Davis just going to be on Durant the entire game? What's up with each one more? Honestly, I'm going to say it like this. I think that throughout the rest of the playoffs, I think it's going to be Durant versus Davis. Listen, each one more is just going to go ahead. He's going to take on Draymond Green. Now, obviously, I know. Each one more, not the first name that pops into your head in terms of an elite scorer, in terms of an elite defender. All right, I get it. 12.5 high points per game, really not the best, obviously. But, I mean, 1 steal, 1 block, I mean, really not going to be a problem for Draymond, really. But again, I don't really think that Draymond is that well of a, I don't think Draymond's that good of a scorer. I'm sorry, I just don't. Oh, yeah, he's going to have his moments, but really, I just don't think that Draymond is going to be able to handle, each one more. But really, I think the main concern is going to be, Durant on Davis. And really, I think Davis is probably one of the better defenders. I think, honestly, this New Orleans team, with Davis, with Rondo, with Holiday, I think it's probably one of the better, and even Mirotic coming off the bench. And so, I mean, even if you want to throw Mirotic at a power forward to take on Draymond Green and sit each one down, and if you wanted to do that, you could. But that's the scary thing. You could probably, honestly, and I think that would probably be smart, move Davis to small forward, put Mirotic in at power forward. I mean, just imagine this team had Cousins. Or just imagine that. Because you think about it like this. Golden State has no center. Or imagine tossing Mirotic in to face Durant. Or throw Mirotic in there to face Draymond, and then Davis facing in Durant, but you have nobody really defending DeMarcus Cousins. Folks, I'm going to put it to you like this. I really think that this New Orleans team, it could definitely cause a little bit of problems against Golden State. I definitely would have to say, if I had to take a guess, I'd probably say it would be Golden State in probably 6. If I was to take honestly, I definitely think that New Orleans is going to put up a fight against Golden State defensively and potentially offensively in terms of Davis, because you got to remember those two, obviously a two-way player. Really, that's the best way I want to put at it. Yeah. That's probably my best way of putting at it. The fact that, Golden State could turn around and take it in 4, take it in 5 against them against New Orleans. But honestly, New Orleans could definitely counter and definitely probably take the series maybe in 7 if they wanted to. But honestly, who knows what's going to happen in terms of that. So, alright guys, so pretty much to wrap this up, I'm going to give you guys a quick score update for the Cavs and Raptors. It's actually 91-81, 2:30 left in the third. There's that one. And we're going to recap baseball a little bit real quick, just to get it done and over with. So, going ahead, taking a look, Boston and Texas, they're going to go ahead And they're going to be getting started in about, say about 5 minutes, it's give or take. 5-10 minutes probably. They're doing their warm-ups now and everything. So probably about 8:05 first pitch. It's for that one, so about 10 minutes, yeah. And then you have Minnesota taking on Chicago. Minnesota taking on Chicago. That's going to be at 8:10. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Minnesota gets that one done. Baltimore against Los Angeles. All right. Ohtani was scratched on Tuesday, but they're saying he's DHing, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that Ohtani turns around, and he definitely does. He is decent today. I think he gets 2 singles. But I think that Baltimore goes ahead and they get it done. Oakland against Seattle. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Seattle gets that one done. Oakland against Seattle, or Pittsburgh, and go for a couple of games that are pretty much wrapping up, or that pretty much wrapped up already, and pretty much going to be still happening. So right now you have Washington took out Pittsburgh 3-1. You had Toronto take out Cleveland 13-11, and final in 11. And honestly, that is that's for game 1. Game 2, they're going to be going ahead. They're going to be getting started in a couple minutes. It's probably later on tonight, probably around. I haven't really checked. They haven't really announced the time for that one. Atlanta killed the Mets 11-0. So Met fans, calm down. Calm down, Met fans. This does not mean that season's over. Well, it might. Who knows? Yankees actually came back and beat Houston in the night. They actually took out Will Harris. This was able to take that one out. Chapman got the save in that one. Royals went ahead. They took out Detroit 8-10-6, and then Dodgers were able to dispatch of the first place. Yeah, first place is Los Angeles Dodgers. Or first place Arizona Diamondbacks, I should say. So Dodgers beat the Diamondbacks 5-2. So, all right, guys. So, quick announcement. I'm gonna wrap this up. Quick announcement. How can I put this? Today, honestly, guys, if you don't know, this is actually finals week, guys, and yeah. If you guys don't know, I do have a final on Tuesday, but that is it for me. And obviously, they have the 24-hour rule. Where you have to be out of here in 24 hours. So pretty much in other words, what that pretty much means is that there will not be a show next week. There will be a show. There will not be a show next week, unfortunately. I know. Kind of sucks. But honestly, it's mainly because of the fact that, like I said, and I am actually headed home. So honestly, in other words, guys, this was in fact the last show for the semester, guys. Now, quick plug, real quick, guys. If you do want, because I will be going live over the summer and everything. I will be reporting on a bunch of stuff. If you guys want to go ahead and you guys want to turn around and you want to add and you want to go ahead and you want to subscribe to me on YouTube or youtube.com/21GT James, guys, I will be updating a lot over the sport. Over the summer, I will be getting a lot of summer news out there for you guys in terms of sports. Definitely be talking about baseball. Definitely be talking about the NBA playoffs. So if you guys definitely do want to, turn around and, listen in about what I got to say, I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of that over on my YouTube channel. So again, that is youtube.com/21GT James. And really, hey guys, I do a lot more stuff over there, so if you guys do enjoy hearing me talking everything, giving you guys stats and everything, by all means, man, tune in, and it's honestly, it's a lot of fun over there, so, but yeah, just honestly, like I said, wrapping everything up, and really, just saying it like this, I definitely do appreciate the support you guys have given me this semester. I will be back next semester, however, and I will be back next year for my senior year, folks. Yep, that's right. 4 years of doing this, and 4 years. It really doesn't feel like 4 years, does it? 4 years of doing this, it's almost over. Or who knows? And honestly, who knows? I might come back from my masters. I might not. Honestly, that's a debate I'm having right now with myself, and I have a little bit of time to think about that. So honestly, that's all honestly, that's mostly on me as to if I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, come back from my masters. But who knows? All right, guys. So as I said, thank you guys so much for listening. I always do appreciate it, guys. I do love you guys with all my heart, guys. I hope you guys have a great summer. I really do. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Hey, as I said, I hope you guys have a safe, healthy summer. Hope you guys definitely enjoy the beach, enjoy the nice weather. Hope you guys go someplace nice, someplace, honestly, I'm not going to say, someplace fancy for vacation, but, go someplace nice, obviously. You have fun, spend time with the family, get out there, get active, man. And guys, like I said, that is going to do it for me for this year, or for this semester, for this year. Guys, I definitely do want to thank you guys, again, for all the support that you guys are giving me. And guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys for listening to Sports Talks here on WKCV, the voice of Keystone College. And guys, one more last time, guys, this is JT signing off. Take it easy, guys. Alright, guys, so last show of the year, obviously, YouTube. So, real quick, as I said, I am going to be getting you guys a lot more sports updates in terms of everything else. Also, I'm definitely going to be updating, or I definitely am going to be telling you guys a lot more in terms of sports. So, definitely going to go ahead and I'm going to be giving you guys a lot more information. So, pretty much like as stuff comes along, like say for example, LeBron and the Cavs, they get eliminated in 5 games. They lose in 5. I'm going to go ahead, I'll report that. So, guys, this is not a goodbye. I'm definitely going to be giving you guys a lot more content, especially on PlayStation as well. I'm definitely going to give you guys a lot of content. Facebook, I'll go ahead. I will put the link to my YouTube down in the description if you got, or down on my page if you guys do want to subscribe, if you guys do want to listen. And guys, if you guys are new, guys, make sure you hit that notification bell, because it will let you know every time I go live on YouTube, which is actually pretty cool. I usually don't plug that, but honestly, I'm going to plug it this time, because I know a lot of people on my Facebook, I know a lot of people on my YouTube who tune in, they definitely are interested in this stuff. So, guys, thank you guys so much for listening, for watching, so much for listening. If you guys had a little bit of technical issues, I definitely do apologize. But guys, nonetheless, that's going to do it for me here at WKCV. For this semester, for this summer, or for this year. Guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Do appreciate it. I love you guys with all my heart. I really do. And guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Later, guys. Later, YouTube.